Hey, Joe.
Hey, Tammy.
I have a question.
Sure, what's your question?
What is the best way to review the profile of one of my connections?
The first thing you want to think about when you're reviewing a profile of one of your connections is, what is the purpose of reviewing the profile? Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to connect with them because you want them as a client? Are you trying to connect with them because you want them as an employee? Are you trying to connect with them because you just want to get to know who they are? So I'm going to give you an example of somebody who I clicked in from my feed, JT O'Donnell. And I'm thinking to myself, I want to see, should I actually send this person a connection request? Should I try to build a relationship with this person? Now, chances are this person is maxed out at connection requests because they're an influencer on LinkedIn, 2.7 million followers, 18 plus experience. So she has a very active profile and way more than the average person. So if I wanted to build a relationship with this person, the first thing I was looking at is their photo, their background photo, their name. I would actually take a moment to read all this right here. I would review the entire about. Most people don't read the about. I can see she doesn't really have call to action here. She has a lot of room. You know, sometimes somebody will actually write their story here. It's very interesting to read about this and considering all this before reaching out. And I would love to reach out to this person and show them how they can actually maximize, maybe interview them for my profile and show them how they can maximize what they're doing on LinkedIn. So what I would do is I would read about some of the things they've done before, like what are their experience, what is their education, what is their volunteer experience, Make-A-Wish Foundation. I see she's super active over there. What are some skills she's highly endorsed for? And maybe some skills that she's not highly endorsed for, right? Some of those other skills on the bottom over here. And then read some recent recommendations. I see the last one she got is 2016. Read some of these recommendations, very powerful. Check out the publications. She's actually has 3 different publications. Maybe she wrote a book, who she's interested in, who she's following in, what groups she's part of. That's just the start. If that's for somebody that's not connected to you. And of course, if you want to reach out to them, if they're a big influencer here, I would reach out to them on a different social media platform like Twitter, Instagram, and so on. And sometimes you can actually find it by clicking on contact info. You can actually see like they have a Twitter here, right? So I'm going to go to Twitter, hit her up on Twitter. She's probably not popular on Twitter. Hit her up there and she'll actually answer and then try to get her to connect with me on LinkedIn and so on and so forth. If on the other hand, let's say, for example, I want to connect with a Vistas chair because I want to do a speaking gig for one of his groups. So I personally know John. He came to visit me in my office. Really cool guy. First of all, love his background photo, love his image, really cool. So what I would do is I would actually read what else he does for a living here and try to connect with him there. I know that he's also a coach. So I'm going to read through here exactly what he does, what his goal is, what he's trying to achieve. I would, of course, look at his recent activity, his recent articles, read a few of them. I would look at his experience, what he's done before, how long he's done it for. I would look back and see, oh my gosh, look at this. He's a Harvard. He has a BA from Harvard College. I would look at his stuff. I would actually give him an endorsement for something just so that he gets notified that I'm doing that. And of course, see that he doesn't have recommendations recently. Read his recent recommendations if he has any. Look at the languages he's actually reading, he's actually speaking. It's very interesting to see that people write their languages here, and that could be a good topic of conversation, especially if you want to really stand out. Read their accomplishments, read what they've done, read what they've published, read where they're volunteering, and of course, check out their contact info. And another thing that I love to do before I meet somebody is look at the mutual connections that we have. So we have too many mutual connections for us to check. But if I was going to go, for example, to meet with you, Tammy, I would look at, wow, we have 605 mutual connections. But Melanie, we have 232 mutual connections. So I would actually review the mutual connections maybe that we have in New York, or the mutual connections that we have that are of a specific title, maybe what CEOs we're both connected to, and have a conversation with her about that. Again, background photo, all this type of stuff might be useful to understand who this person is, where they've come, and ultimately what they're about.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being part of this. Boom.